Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, guys, yesterday, me and Gary, we got it.
Yeah.
We were out there getting it.
Yes, we were. I'm so glad that we were able to have that day of nice and sunny and clear weather to be able to finish up that well.
Yeah, because like earlier in the week it was super nasty, and then again today it's supposed to start getting nasty through the weekend. So
Yeah.
at least we had the clear day over with David, helping him out with all of his concrete work and stuff, and then we had the clear day over here for us so we could keep working on that well house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
Me too. And I'm happy to report that the well house, all of our block work is completed. And
Yes.
it's now, we get to pass the buck on to Anthony and Roxanne, and they get to finish the door and the roof, the insulation bit, and then our water is protected for winter.
Yeah.
So.
Makes me happy.
Me too, man, me too. I'm excited for this weekend, though. I'm excited to hang out with the kiddos. It's the weekend before Halloween, so we're definitely going to be doing some Halloween stuff with the kids. I still haven't decided. It really just depends on what the weather does, on if we're going to go out and about with them or if we're just going to do stuff here. I'm kind of leaning more towards the do stuff here side of things because I'm like pretty positive that the weather is just going to be really nasty, so.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't like driving around in that.
I don't like driving around in it either. I mean, I can, but at the same time, if you don't have to, don't.
Yeah.
And that's where I try to look at it, especially coming from Vegas. And man, when it rains. Everything floods, and it's just like, oh my goodness.
And that's how it is out here every time it rains. When it rains, it rains.
So.
And we live up in the mountains, and so to get to town, there's a lot of ups and downs and sideways and cliffs and dirt roads and with the cliff on the side of it, and.
Which makes it fun. I mean.
Oh, totally fun, but.
But at the same time, is it always the smartest aspect to it? No.
Could be a little sketch.
It could be sometimes.
So.
That mud tends to be like snot.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had to deal with it in Arizona too, like that. That was fun. That was always interesting whenever it rained out there and I had to go to work.
Well, yeah, because
it's a mile of snot roads all the way until you get to the pavement.
Well, and luckily too, like where we lived in Arizona, there was no cliffs to fall off of,
well,
right?
No, but.
So you could go crazy in the mud out there and not really have to worry about hitting anything because it's desert. What are you going to hit? A freaking creosote bush?
There's rocks. There's rocks. And it's really bad if you're on like a quad and a dirt bike because you have to watch out for the cactuses.
But I don't think it's as bad as
suck.
out here, though, with like a tree every foot.
Oh yeah, I know. No, I know exactly what you mean.
Cliffs.
Trees are a little bit more unforgiving, They...
George, the jungle. Yeah. The kids got off to school today. And they are really looking forward to today because it's Fun Friday at school. So at the school, they always have, funner things for them to do on Friday. So they're really looking forward to today. But they're also looking forward to this weekend as well. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
It is gonna be a good time.
Do some more crafts, and I'm gonna do some baking and enjoy.
We're gonna have some fun times.
Yeah.
We've got that nice couch that the center turns into like a game table. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that we're going to be pulling out the board games and sitting around and whatnot.
Yes.
And having the nice cozy fire. Maybe playing some Halloween music on the TV or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of you guys are just like, I want to see the couch, I want to see the house. And we promise that video is coming soon. The way that I ended up, editing yesterday, because remember I was like, yesterday during our Real Talk, I was like, I have all this footage, I don't know how it's going to actually come down to it when I start the editing process. Well, I figured it out. So we do have a video coming out for you guys today, and it is the completion of our well house. So you guys are going to be able to see that. It took us, we did all of the filming and everything yesterday. So the whole video was filmed, edited, and done yesterday. It's going to come out for you guys today on Simple Life Reclaimed, so keep your notifications turned on. But I am making you guys wait a little bit longer for the footage that I have from before when we were picking out everything and kind of showing you guys around our digs here in the basement. And the reason for that is because I still had some more organizing that I really wanted to do before I filmed it all. But now that I got all the organizing and stuff done, I will be editing that because I have the footage from before and I got other footage as well that I'm going to compile. But I will be putting that out for you guys on Sunday. So you guys are going to get that video on Sunday. So
maybe we'll get a glimpse of us having some family time and board games time and whatnot.
Yeah, using the stuff that's in here. Maybe I'll take you guys baking with me and stuff like that. But that video will be coming out on Sunday. Today, you guys get to see us be blockheads again. What's new, right?
Yeah.
But Sunday we'll put out the other video, so you guys don't have to wait too much longer. I promise the big reveal of how we have things set up here is coming soon. It's just the way that the footage, it didn't fit together if I would have put it in the finishing the well house video. It just didn't make for a complete video, so I decided to do it that way. Made the executive decision.
No.
And it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoy it. But
man,
the one that's coming out today is, I know it's like, oh, a block video. I'm telling you right now, I put so much into this edit. It's a fantastic edit. If I do say so myself, I was dying laughing. Gary was cracking me up. I mean, it's a great edit, and I can't wait for you guys to see it today. If you guys have a sense of humor, even like a crumb like ours, you're gonna be dying. So put your depends on.
I wish I was gonna be done with the block work now.
Yeah.
But I already know I have so much block work ahead of me in my life. I have a feeling. I don't think that block work's ever gonna leave us.
Yeah, we're probably always going to be blockheads.
No, like as much as like I'm like that's the bad word. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to, I'm like, okay, we're done with that. Well, and then I'm like, wait, we've got this other project. We've got another project. We've got this other project going on, and then we know people that have some stuff down the pipelines that they want us to come over and help them with, and I feel like it's gonna be an endless cycle of that aspect.
Why'd you have to be so good at it, Gary?
My house is standing on it. I didn't want to screw it up.
I'm joking.
No, I know.
Being facetious.
I know. The more I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't think it's ever going to leave me.
That's
I better embrace it now.
That's okay. And you know what? I think Abe is going to be a really good block layer too, because he always, every single time that we do, and he's home if they're not at school, right? Every time that we do anything with mixing the mortar, because he was such a big help for us doing this basement. And that was before he started kindergarten. So he was home with us every day, and he was so involved in this process. He loves scraping the floors. He loves mixing the mortar. He loves keeping the trays plopped down with it and doing the tuck point. He is
mixes all the mud too.
He mixes
it. I'll get in there. I'll mix it.
So, Mom, it's looking a little dry. You want me to mix it? I'm like,
perfect, dude.
Perfect. And he's 5 years old. I'm just so impressed by Abe. Like, I can only imagine what he's going to be like in another 10 years from now when he's, say, 15. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine.
We just got to keep him active.
Yeah, we do.
I have a feeling he's going to be a spitting image. He's already a spitting image of me.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to end up having to get that dude a little skateboard.
You have to get building your ramps.
Building all the ramps here and whatnot. Be like, here you go, dude.
Julia would really.
I feel like Julia would too.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, like, skateboarders and bikers and all of them, like, they have such a bad rep and whatnot, which I understand. The skate parks and everything are filled with a lot of bad things, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I remember when I was doing that when I was a teenager, it kept me out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, because you were too busy skating. Like you were.
I was too focused. I was focused on that and trying to hone it in, and the freedom that I felt from it was insane. Like I don't know, just being able to.
Well, skateboarding is a lot like surfing, right? It's like land surfing.
Yeah.
And growing up in California and stuff, the dudes would say the same kind of thing, like when they're out there in the water and it's just them and their board in the water, it's a different thing. And the same thing with you, when it's just you and your board and the concrete, it's a different thing.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's an aspect of your life that obviously you guys might not necessarily know about, but that was a very big part of Gary's life. Very, very big part. And that was actually what me and Gary used to do when we were just friends. I rollerblade, and I, liked to rollerblade, and Gary would skateboard. And so me and Gary, we would go all around Vegas. I mean, we would go from the east side all the way up to Summerlin. All you Vegas people, you know exactly how far that is. And for everybody that doesn't know Vegas, it's far. So, and we would skate all over town and just go on adventures and just have fun. And that was when we were just friends. And even when we started, I think we only skated a little bit when we started dating, because after we started dating, then we were like more adults and had to work.
Had to start working more. And
yeah, because we've known each other since we were teenagers. So.
Things change.
Yeah.
I stopped skating because I've broken so many bones, and I was just like, I'm at that point where I was like, every month something's screwing up.
I can't afford to.
I can't afford to miss work.
Yeah.
I can't afford to do this or that. But it kept me active and it kept me good,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like everybody needs that, whether it be a sport or whether it be,
or working. Like now
for
for us, instead of, skating around, it might sound weird, but like I kind of get lost in whatever work I'm doing, and lost in a good kind of way. So if my job is to be like mixing all the mortar, for example, right? I will just get in like a rhythm, and like when I'm doing the work, I get really rhythmic with it. I enjoy repetitive motions. I enjoy doing things because after you do it for so long, it becomes mindless, right? So at first, when you're first doing it, it's very focus, right? But then after you get into that rhythm, and it becomes really mindless, and it feels good for your body because your body's getting that workout. Your brain is like mellowed out, and it's just a good release of serotonin. I enjoy it. I definitely enjoy it. So it's the same, it puts me in the same kind of mental state that I would get when we would be skating and stuff. So I enjoy it. I really do. And I think you are 100% right that blocks are definitely going to be in our future.
Yes.
And Gary and I do have some block projects that we're going to be doing. We haven't really visited the garden area for a while, but we do have all the blocks over there. I got so many weeds
I ain't
that I got
mortaring those things together.
No, because you never know if we're going to want to change it or something. But in Arizona, we had a block raised garden bed, and it wasn't like super high. It was just one block on the floor, and I think we're going to do similar over here for that. And we got so much weeds we got to pull. Obviously, it's not really time to plant or anything right
but
this
it's a
very
good
second,
time to go through and get it all ready, so that way the winter can come and hit whatever it is. The weeds are already pulled, so that way once it comes back to springtime,
more manageable.
All we got to do is sit there and to mess with all the mulch and whatever else we can get, and rototill.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Rototill everything
Roxanne borrow her little thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roxanne and Anthony have one of those. So, but yeah, we gotta mess with the garden beds with the block and stuff. This isn't coming right up now. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head all the block stuff that we got to do.
We're probably gonna fireplace.
Fireplace. We might do.
We want to do more of the block furniture type stuff. Yes,
if you guys are really OGs, you guys saw some of our Arizona videos where we made. And if you're not, go back and watch them. But we had some patio furniture that we made using block and wood, and it turned out so nice. And we do want to do that again out here for this patio.
I look forward to that stuff because I didn't mortar any of that stuff together. I glued it.
Yeah, but I think this time we will mortar it.
You want to mortar it instead of glue it?
I think so. I think it'll.
I was thinking about getting away with it.
No, you ain't getting off that easy.
The glue held it really good together.
I like the look of it though better. I think it looks better. Sorry. And with something like that, it's not going anywhere. Like once you make furniture and stuff out of that, like because it's so heavy. So like once you put it where it's going to be at, you don't really.
I made it to where we could easily remove it and then just move the pillars basically. but I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Dang it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are going to be making some furniture and stuff out here, and we'll be using some block and some wood. I really liked that style that we had. It was kind of like benches with backs. They were benches and stuff.
Might make it a little different.
Possibly.
I think I might use whole logs instead of 2x4s. I think that would be cool. Just one solid log plank that's flat.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
You know?
We'll see when like what we have on hand and
We'll
what we need to get.
And well, we've got some dead pines that I need to chop down. So.
We do.
And those would be good.
There's like 2 cedars over there too that are.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll see what's what, and if it's rotted out, then we're not going to be able to use it. But
yeah.
The
work never ends, my friends. The work never ends.
Well, we've got a lot of work this winter. On top of everything else, we've got to go around and start limbing up all the other trees, because we got at it a lot last winter, but we've got a few more that we can get at and get those all cleared up. Yep. Start cleaning up around the property as well.
And we are gonna, we're doing all that in between building. So we still are gonna be, of course, finishing up this basement.
Yes.
Which is just the bathroom, the insulation, door and window trim, and we're gonna start working on Gary's garage. And then when those 2 things are done, then we're gonna start working on the cabin. But in between, while we are working on those, we are going to continue working on things for our yard and getting things all prepped and ready. And
the kids have been begging for a tree house.
Yes,
so
that's definitely
I think
coming.
that this Christmas it might be coming to them.
Yeah.
I think we might be able to pull that one out. We might even do it to a point where it's not built on Christmas.
Yeah.
But buy the lag bolts that I need to buy and the brackets, because they are special lag bolts and brackets that I want to do. I don't want to build some flimsy, tree house for the kids where I know how my kids are. They're rambunctious like no tomorrow. So I want to make sure this thing's not going to just break and fall apart the second that they get on it. So I'm going to go about it right. And I don't know. My inspiration on that one is definitely those Treehouse Masters or whatever it was on.
Yeah, I forget what it was. That show.
I loved watching that show back.
Yeah.
I forget how long ago that was.
That's probably like 5 years ago.
Whatever it was, I loved watching that. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, and they've got lag bolts for that? And I looked it up already recently. I was like, okay.
So many beautiful designs.
Yes. So I want to make sure that it's nice and sturdy and stout for them and make it last.
I will say though, those are like tiny houses in a tree though. Those like straight have full-on bathrooms and kitchens.
I'm gonna make it a nice size, not super big or anything crazy, but I want to make it big enough to where it's nice for them to go up there and hang out.
Yeah, even when they're teenagers and stuff.
Even when they're teenagers.
Yeah, make it big enough for the 4 of them, which would be
exactly when they have kids, that their kids would be able to enjoy it in a sense, like that kind of thing. Not
legendary.
Yes, not a small little. I'm planning on some big projects on this, and that is one of the big projects is to get that done. And I might just buy all the bracket stuff and wrap it up in a big box for the kids to open it up, and then they'd be able to see it and be like, oh, I know what that is. Be like, yep, we're building your guys' treehouse.
We do have some, a subscriber a while back had sent us some rock climbing little hand things and feet things that we could put on the trees and whatnot, and we've been saving it, and that would be something that we would, sorry Gary, would be something that we would add to like the trees, and add to their area.
I've been keep spotting slides and slide sets, maybe buy a slide set and just leave it in a box and everything else like that, and have the kids open that, and they're going to be like, oh, because it's not like we can really build it and not have the kids know.
Yeah, and plus that's kind of something I would want them to be involved with too. Yes. I would want them to be involved in that build process. Yes. They would enjoy it.
And having that stuff here would motivate those kids to be like,
let's do it.
Let's get it built. Let's get it done. So I think that might be something that we do instead of building it 100%, but get it for that time. So that way they're like, oh, let's do it. Well, and we can start building it.
The seed has been planted in my mind. I'm for it. So
you're for it?
I'm for it.
I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, no.
This is real talk. I mean, this is what it is. It's just discussing. And planning, I think that would be good.
I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be very good. Well, guys, we've already been rambling for quite a while. We've got some stuff we're going to do today.
Yes.
we are expecting a bunch of rain though, so I don't know how long our window of opportunity to go out and get it is, but we'll try. You guys will have a video on Simple Life Reclaimed today, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I put a lot of effort into it. Make sure you're wearing your Depends, at least if you have a sense of humor like us, because I was cracking up, and yeah, Gary was cracking up. It's pretty good, so I hope that you guys enjoy that. I don't know if we'll be back on Real Talk throughout the weekend. We usually try to take the weekends off, so if we don't, then we'll see you guys on Monday, but you never know when we're going to pop up, so just always keep your notifications turned on. But we will have the main channel, we'll have one for you guys today, and then I'm working on another one that you guys are going to see on Sunday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend if we don't see you guys until Monday, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great one. So until the next one, guys, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.